Hello, I am back at it, and I just have some quick side quests to do. But yeah, hello, welcome back to my video. To share about what's going on this week, I'm gonna be cramming a quick workshop that I forgot I needed to do. Now I'm actually cramming through some books and some of my design stuff just so I can design a workshop that's good for my client. And I also have this cup which has water, it's not coffee. I realized that this lessens the awkwardness of talking to a camera, so I'm just gonna keep drinking during my videos. But yeah, for this week I have nothing planned, so I'm just gonna document my life and share whatever it is I'm doing. And yeah, this is gonna be an interesting video, specifically because I'm gonna be doing something different this week. I have a workshop that I'm cramming right now. So if this is your first time watching my videos, I'm David. I'm a video editor based in the Philippines, and I started this channel to document my life as a video editor and probably all the other fun stuff that happens in my life. And for this week, I have a workshop I need to cram simply because I forgot about it. Yeah, but I'm a good crammer, so like I have my ADHD to thank for that. Yeah, to summarize, it's just a workshop about learning, and I'm trying to help this group of nonprofit people at least create their learning plans for themselves individually. So for some context, since most of you guys probably don't know me, while I was doing my video editing stint, I was also doing workshops, which is basically me teaching certain skills or learnings to companies or groups. So these would be topics like learning, growth mindset, coaching, and everything related to it. Since I'm also a coach, like I also do professional coaching. But yeah, that was basically what I did before. But now I'm doing video editing since I think like I'm trying to honor being more creative in my life, and I like being more creative. So I think moving forward, I want to stop doing workshops and just focus on being creative and like doing creative projects. But you know, these opportunities come, and I just want to be able to at least help this group of 4 people with their stuff. So yeah, I'm doing a workshop for them. And I also decided to like document the whole process. So yeah, I'll be sharing what it's like, I guess, to make a workshop. I'm just designing their slides now, and hopefully I get to finish it on time, and hopefully it's good quality at least, but I'm happy with what I have now. So I'm not too sure if you're familiar with this book, but it's called Mindset by Carol Dweck. So I want to teach them about this since I think when we talk about learning, it's really important to be mindful of how our mind responds to challenges and change how we respond into something that's more productive or at least more effective in terms of our learning. And I think this book captures like the best mindset to have when it comes to learning. So yeah, that's what's going on. I'm just cramming my way through the document. And hopefully tomorrow I get to do this 4-hour workshop and hopefully it's a success. Yeah, so I'll just keep working and see what happens. Also, I wanted to share that I have a few upgrades to my work setup. So these are from my girlfriend and my best friend and his girlfriend. Here's the first one. It's a Pikachu keyboard support thing. I forgot what it's called. Basically helps support my hand while I type. And it's nice since I think I've been feeling a lot of pain in my wrists. And I also have this Pikachu mousepad which comes with it. So like I have the full set. I'm really happy about it. So yeah, I just wanted to show that. So those are from my best friend and his girlfriend, so thank you so much. And last but not the least, I'd like to introduce you guys to Squirtle, which is my new buddy. And he's gonna be like helping me regulate my emotions whenever I feel like I'm not doing too well. And yeah, like I love him so much. It's really small and cute. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have him stay here so you can watch me work. Hey, so we're done with the slides and I think I'm okay with it. I did some extra stuff like print out handouts for the participants. And yeah, like that's basically it. I have one problem though. I forgot that I do have meetings tomorrow. So I have one interview with a potential full-time video editing role. I have another meeting with my co-founder for another project I'm doing. And lastly, I have another meeting with someone who's open to me doing video editing on a project basis. So like those are scheduled before my 1 p.m. workshop, which, you know, I have to manage. Yeah, now I'm just scrambling. I'm just figuring out the parking situation. I'm figuring out how to reschedule my meetings and if I can. And then hopefully like things just work out. Okay, we solved the problem. I was able to reschedule everything. I can get through my day tomorrow without rushing, and that's a good thing. So I rescheduled one of my meetings to a later part of the week, so I can take my interview at home, and I can also take my other call at home, and then I'll just meet with my co-founder later this week, maybe on Friday. So yeah, the challenge now is getting to my destination tomorrow, and I don't know, like just getting this over it, since this might be the last workshop I'll ever do, since I don't think I want to do anymore. So yeah, I think I'll just catch you guys tomorrow and wish me luck. Alright, it's game time. I have to go to Pasig, which is an hour trip sadly. And I gotta prepare my stuff for my workshop, which hopefully I do well in. But there's no pressure, it's a small organization that I'm working with. So yeah, I'm just packing my stuff and let's hit the road. Okay, so this is week 3 of me just figuring things out, and I have a lot of updates. But for now, I'll be editing some clips since I do have some videos I need to edit, and I'll just tell you more about it in a bit. So this is basically just one pro bono client I'm working on, and she's asking for help for her short form videos. Basically just adding text and some short animations every now and then, or some transitions. So yeah, it's pretty simple. So something I'm doing now is I'm timing how much time it actually takes for me to finish work. So for this, I edited 5 reels for probably 2.5 hours, which I think is not bad, but there might be some room for improvement. But we'll see. I feel like I'm on the right track when it comes to editing, and I'm just learning ropes as I go. So I think one thing I like about what I'm doing now is I'm getting feedback from someone who actually has an idea of what they want for their content. You know, simple things like the font, what's covering their face and everything else, not having too much transition and all of that. So yeah, like I'm just learning the ropes of editing for someone else. And it's nice since I get to actually collaborate with someone. And I feel like this is why on YouTube, like I watched a video of Tony, which is Thomas Frank's editor. He always frames his work as collaborating with a YouTuber or a creator. So yeah, my work is basically just collaborating well with people, and I think that's a good mindset to have when it comes to doing video editing. I'm not just here to edit your work and, you know, just be happy by the end of the day if I get your approval, but I'm here to actually work with you and figure out what you want from your content and how we can actually improve it every time we have a new edit. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm enjoying just the process of figuring out how to collaborate a lot better with people.
We are versatile and reliable. But that's not all. Detailed comparison of these two platforms versus to show them that they are still a priority. And all their members.
Alright, so I'm done with work, and I think I'm just gonna go do some stuff for myself, like get a haircut, since my hair is pretty long, and probably do some work later, since I need to keep the grind going. But yeah, I want to give an update today on what else I'm doing and some updates on my journey while I'm applying for work and looking for video editing stuff to do. Just for this video, I want to set the intention that my goal is to be financially stable. That's really my goal. I want to be financially stable, I want to enjoy my work, and I want to enjoy life by spending on novel experiences. So that's my goal, and hopefully I get to achieve it. For now, I'll just get the haircut. Alright, I have a new haircut. Hope it's not too short. But yeah, I'm here to update you guys on what's going on, what's been happening in my life, especially on this fourth week. Was it the fourth week? Yeah, especially on this fourth week of the month. So if you guys don't know yet, I lost my full-time video editing job on the second day of 2025. And ever since then, I've been quote-unquote grinding just to find my next full-time video editing gig. But yeah, on the first week, I spent like 3 days being depressed and being sad, as I usually am. But on the week after, I decided to start grinding and just get myself back on my feet. And this was when I posted on LinkedIn and Facebook saying that I'm offering pro bono editing for anyone who needs editing for their own channels. It was all going well until the week after when I realized I burnt myself out a bit. So like I said in my other video, I spent the week trying to figure out how to gain my energy back. And realized all I needed was to make the habit of drinking my ADHD meds and my coffee in the morning just to get started with work. So this week, that's what I decided to do. Decided to get up in the morning, drink my meds and my coffee, and start the grind. However, I realized that there was still something missing. Even if I had this new habit of getting myself to grind for work after my coffee, I still needed a clear direction on where I wanted my life to head. But this week, I think I was really lucky to learn 3 things that will help me move forward. And if you feel lost in life, maybe this will be helpful. So listen up. The first learning I got was from my girlfriend, and this was to be clear with what kind of job I want for myself. Is it a work from home job? What's the salary range? What's the culture like? What qualities do I want from my dream boss? And lastly, like, what do I want to feel when I start work in the morning? These were things that I absolutely forgot to reflect on this year. And I think it was because I was just in a state of panic when I lost my job, and I just ended up just being on survival mode while I was looking for work. So I just applied for whatever job I found online that might fit me. You know, even if these jobs didn't resonate with me as much, I would still apply. Like I said, survival mode. But I realized that I still need direction in terms of where I want to go. I need to actually imagine my dream job and to sort of manifest it into reality. And I needed to have it in my routine, you know, to start manifesting and start imagining what my dream job would be, so at least it'll be attracted to me. So that was one thing I was missing, a clear direction of what job I wanted for myself. So I told myself I wanted a remote job. Why? Because like I want to be able to work from home and not worry about the commute. Because I think this week I also realized that commuting here in the Philippines is really a hassle. I want to work from anywhere here in the Philippines and even around the world. I want to be able to travel if I want to, and I want to have lunch with my family or even my girlfriend in between my job. I told myself I wanted income above like $800 per month, so I can easily pay for my ADHD meds, which is pretty pricey, around $200 per month. And also so I can give back to my parents, who, you know, like worked hard to get me through college. So yeah, I'll share about those later. I just needed to have a description of what kind of job I wanted to do and imagine myself in it, so like I can be clear on what I'm applying for online. The second thing I was missing was honestly something deeper. It was more of a reminder, really, and I want to give a shout out to Chi. Thank you so much, man. Like, you've been really helpful for this. And he mentored me on like figuring this out and also like coached me in the process. He made me realize that I need to start with something very simple but I often forget. And this is to figure out my why. Why do I want a full-time job? Why do I want a job to begin with? And why do I want video editing to work out? Why do I want to grind? Why do I want to make money? It sounds simple, but I do realize that I stopped thinking about my why since I was on survival mode. I didn't have a deep enough why to get the motivation and the energy to put in the work in finding my next job. Yeah, I knew what I wanted, but I didn't know why it mattered so much to me. After an hour of coaching from Chi, again, thanks man, I realized I want a career, I want a job, and I want income simply because I want to invest in novel experiences. I want to have more travel experiences this year. I want to travel with my girlfriend. I want to have enough money to grow financially so I can travel, so I can experience the world, so I can have more fun experiences in the future and actually live life. I want to be able to give back to my family and even move out someday so I can live on my own. And finally, my deepest why is I want to live life, and I need money for this, sadly. So after realizing this, I think I have a better direction now on where I want to go, and also a source of motivation no matter what the circumstances. Even if I'm having difficulty finding work, I'm still gonna get like my North Star for why I'm doing this in the first place. Now on my final learning, which I think I'm gonna do outside. There's a fountain. I have my laptop here, so I'll just be looking at my notes. But yeah, hope this is a nice place. I think I just need more lighting. That's why this is a better place. So anyway, going to the final learning. The final learning I got was from this book called Mindset by Carol Dweck. Basically, I learned that I need to cultivate my growth mindset. So what is the growth mindset? So according to Carol Dweck, in life, you can have either a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that abilities, intelligence, and talent are unchangeable. So a person with a fixed mindset believes that people who are good at math are born with it. On the other hand, people with a growth mindset believe that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. I think I realized that all my life, I had a fixed mindset. According to the book, people with a fixed mindset are often afraid of failure and challenges. They often give up easily when challenging things come up. I realized that as I was growing up, I always had a fear of failure. I remember when I was a kid, I cried when I encountered long division in mathematics. And I think it was because I just learned how to multiply. Now I have this new thing that I needed to learn, and I cried because of it. So I remember that I cried because I didn't want to learn something that's more challenging. And it turns out that's a fixed mindset. Someone with a growth mindset will actually react differently. Instead of losing motivation, they would be more motivated for the challenge. Instead of giving up, they'll keep trying. Instead of being afraid of failing, they'll keep failing and see failure as a learning experience. Someone with a growth mindset isn't conscious of what other people think. They're not being afraid of being labeled as a failure. They're not afraid of learning new things. They're basically not afraid of failing. So why did I have a fixed mindset as a kid? I actually don't know why. According to the book, if people keep praising you for your talent rather than the effort you put into things, you'll start developing a fixed mindset, since you'll essentially start being more afraid of failing. So ideally, if you have a child, praise them for their efforts. Just say, I see you got a high score, you really worked hard for it. Instead of saying, I see you got a high score, you're really smart. So probably as a kid, I got praises for my scores rather than my effort, but not sure. That's just a hunch. I also realized that even in college, I did have a fixed mindset, especially when I was in engineering. Yes, I would put in a lot of effort into the exams, but I think I was more concerned with passing rather than actually learning. And then at the end of it, I gave up. I switched courses. I started telling myself that it wasn't worth sacrificing my mental health for. But I'm not too sure. Maybe that's a valid point. But I feel like I still had a fixed mindset for leaving engineering. But the mental health thing was also valid, since I was really having a hard time already. I can't help but imagine what it might have been like if I pushed through and if I told myself that I can still learn, I can still make an extra effort. Yeah, I don't know if I still would, be okay mental health wise. But anyway, that's all in the past. Carol Dweck also talked about the low effort syndrome, wherein a fixed mindset person will tend to reduce effort on things to avoid getting hurt. And I think this was me. I think I had a lot of that too, especially in college. Yes, I passed all my exams when I shifted out of engineering, but I was doing the bare minimum with everything. I wasn't aiming for a high grade anymore, which was good, but I think I was afraid of putting in a lot of effort only to get a grade that's not satisfying to me. Yeah, so during that time, I would rather put in minimal effort rather than be disappointed on not getting a good grade. So yeah, I think I had a fixed mindset in college. Even now, I think I have a fixed mindset. There were times in January where I felt like giving up on video editing. I thought that maybe this path isn't really for me. Now maybe I should try a different job. That could be a fixed mindset symptom. But anyway, no point in blaming myself for having a fixed mindset. Life was hard, so like, it's valid. All that matters now is I can be more mindful of it. So yeah, what will I be doing moving forward? I think I need to get back inside for this one. So basically, I made this page on Notion that will just help me remind myself of just being more mindful of my fixed mindset and cultivating it into a growth mindset, being mindful of my why and what kind of work I want to do. So yeah, here it is. So basically, I have this page on Notion where I just share my intentions. So I need to do this every time I start looking for work. So why do I want this job? What job do I want for myself? And this meditation that I'm doing, like I can do hard things. I'm manifesting a growth mindset. I will put in the work and effort. Anything can be learned as long as I put in the work. I'm not afraid of failure since I can learn from it. I will take on the tasks even if they are so challenging. So right now, I still have no idea where my life is headed. But I'm glad I'm starting to be more mindful of like everything. And it's better late than never. So as promised, I'm gonna be giving some updates on like what's been going on lately. I want to share about my progress on finding my next video editing job and gigs. So yeah, firstly, the guy who helped me find my why, so Chi, thank you so much, is actually asking me to help with editing, so that's a good thing. But this is a project I'm really excited about since I resonate so much with how he envisions his content. And if I had the option to only work with one client, I feel like it's gonna be him. But anyway, like I'm just sure I want to work with him, and I think that's all that matters. Second is I just finished editing some pro bono videos for this one client who's like working on a business, and it went really well. Like it was some simple editing that I had to do. What's nice though is this person is also a freelancer and had one client chat her asking if she knows a video editor. So she agreed to refer me, which is a good thing. Third thing I have going on is I finished editing some long form content for this mental health organization in the UK. They're asking for help for the social media stuff, so I just offered, and I feel like it'll move forward. I'm not too sure. I don't want to charge super high in terms of my monthly there if I do work full time, since they're a non-profit essentially, and I honestly just need something to get myself back on my feet. So probably just landing a $500 client per month is already a huge deal for me. And lastly, I made friends with this other editor from the UK, and recently I just asked how he was doing, and then as we were talking, he was like, oh, by the way, like I have a friend who's looking for an editor and maybe you can edit for them. So yeah, that's another prospect. And I think one thing I'm learning is the value of building relationships, since you'll never know when your next referral might come from. So yeah, luckily I really enjoy talking with people, so that's not really a huge problem for me. So yeah, as a quick update, I don't have income yet as of now, but I'm learning how to get there. If you're a video editor who's also looking for a new client, I hope you're doing alright. I hope this video can inspire you to keep going. And yeah, get all the support you need. So thank you for watching my video. If you like my content, feel free to like and subscribe. And leave a comment if you feel like you learned anything from the video. I would love to see what. Or, you know, leave a comment if you just want to vibe. So thank you for watching and see you on the next one. Peace.